Hello, welcome to another lesson of AutoCAD Made Easy Volume 1. In the previous lessons, we have discussed what AutoCAD is, advantages of using AutoCAD. We also dealt with drawing simple shapes with AutoCAD, line tool, polyline tool, circle tool, and the arc tool. We have also mentioned the auto mode, pan, zoom, commands. Today, we shall continue with using AutoCAD to draw simple tools, focusing on the polyline tool, the rectangle tool, and other drawing tools. Stick around and let's enjoy. For this lesson, you will need the manual, a pen, and a paper for your jottings. You will also need your computer with AutoCAD already installed on it. If you don't have a mouse with a scroll wheel yet, I will advise you to get one, as this will make your drawing much more faster. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. On my screen, I have my AutoCAD fully loaded and it's ready to draw. So today we'll be using more of the coordinate method to draw what we'll be drawing. Yesterday we used more of the visual approach and also using the grid system but today we're using more of the coordinate system. Thank you. I gave you an assignment to draw an equilateral triangle. I do hope you got it. We'll briefly go over how to draw it now. I'll be using the polyline tool. Polyline. And the equilateral triangle that I'll be drawing is a 3 point. I'll be starting from the origin, 0, 0, 3 point, 50, now you see, good. This zoom and pan option is one of the key reasons why you should get a wheel mouse. Now, 50. So, this tool will be 50. So, 120. Then, tab 120. Yes. Then another option that I did not mention yesterday is the close option. Whenever you're using a polyline or a line tool to draw a shape or a line segment, anytime you press C for close and enter, AutoCAD will automatically snap that point you are on to the start point, giving you a close shape. And here is my equilateral triangle. Before we go into rectangles, let's go into polygons. A polygon is any figure that has 4 or more sides. For a polygon, for drawing a polygon, the tool is a polygon tool. You can do that with POL. Now, the first thing our tool asks us is how many sides is our shape. The shape we'll be drawing first is a pentagon, which is 5 sides. So I put 5. Then it's asking me for the center of the pentagon. I'll be using coordinate method. So I'll be using 100, 0. Inscribe or circumscribe. While constructing polygons, there are 2 methods that AutoCAD use. The first is constructing a polygon using the across flat. The across flat is the diameter of the circle. When the across flat is the diameter of the circle, the polygon is circumscribed, and also constructing a polygon with known across corner. When the diameter of the circle is the across corner, then the polygon is inscribed. The polygon, the pentagon I'm drawing now, has its across flat as 50. So since I'm using across flat as 50, I'll be using circumscribe. And now I can choose the radius. Now while choosing the radius, I should be sure to make sure my polygon is in the right orientation I would love it to be. Okay. Great. So the radius, if the diameter is 50, the radius is 25. And voila, my polygon is done. Let's try an hexagon. Hexagon this time with across corner of 50 as well. So we go to the polygon tool. You can easily find it in the draw command, polygon. If you can't find polygon anywhere on the screen, look for the rectangle tool. The polygon will be underneath the rectangle tool. Fly out, polygon. So 200, 0. Polygon tool. Number of sides. This time around we are drawing an hexagon. 6 sides. 6. Specify the center. 200, 0. Now, since we are drawing using the across corner, we'll be using the inscribed option. I want to sit in on the base with radius of 25. Good. Now, before we leave the polygon tool, I would like you to also know that polygon tool can also be used to construct equilateral triangles and also squares. In short, all the shapes, all the polygons that the polygon tool creates are regular polygons, which are polygons with all sides and angle equal. So for a triangle, I'll be using number of sides 3. Then center, let me use this as center. Inscribe or circumscribe? Inscribe. Radius of 30. Good. Now you see I have two equilateral triangles here. I've intentionally drawn it this way so that you see that whether we construct using a polyline tool or a polygon tool, the equilateral triangle will still be very much accurate. Good. I do hope you are getting value out of this class. Now let's move to the rectangle tool. Rectangle tool is used to create rectangles, squares, and other 4-sided polygons. So this, let's see other ways by which you can create a rectangle. Rectangle tool also allows, AutoCAD allows you to use rectangle tool to create a rectangle if you know the length and breadth. AutoCAD also allows you to create a rectangle if you know the area, surface area of the rectangle. AutoCAD also allows you if you know some other dimension. Let's check it out. So I've picked the rectangle tool and I want to pick the first point. Now it's asking me to specify the opposite corner. I do not know the opposite corner, but I know the dimension of the rectangle. The rectangle I'm about to draw is 50 mm long and 20 mm in the other direction. So to reveal these options, you check the command line and you see dimension, it's now asking the length of the triangle 50, the width 20, and voila, my rectangle is drawn. Another way to draw a rectangle is by using the surface area on which it holds. Here you can use the area. The triangle I just drew, the area of the triangle is 50 times 20, which is 1,000. 100 rather. Enter the area 50, which is 1,000. 1,000. Enter. Calculate rectangle dimension based on length. Good. Length of 50. Beautiful. And here you can see two identical rectangles. Pick the pan tool and pan the drawing. Another tool that is very handy while drawing is the erase tool or delete. Now I have drawn two duplicate triangles here, and when I zoom in and zoom out, it almost appears as if it's a single triangle. Now what I would like to do is to remove one of the two triangles. This you can do by click on it and press the delete key, or you can as well invoke delete. On AutoCAD, the option for delete is called erase. Erase. Then you pick the object and you erase. Good. Now let's continue. Another very handy drawing tool in AutoCAD is the spline tool. The spline tool is used to draw curves. For example, an involute curve. Another curve you can like to draw, a involute curve of intersection, XY axis curve, and other curves. How does this tool work? Let's check it out. So, to invoke the tool, you press spline. Let's check it out. First point, second point. Ooh, now you see. And when you're done, you press the enter key. The spline tool is particularly very useful when drawing curve of intersections. For this class, we shall quickly draw a circle around this. Cut that piece away. Spline tool at its own pass spline. Undo. Great. Okay. Great. Before we conclude today's class, let's go over what we've learned as well as add one more tool before we go. So, in today's class, we've learned how to use we went over how to use polyline tool to draw a triangle and equilateral triangle. We also used the polygon tool to draw a number of polygons, and we also explained what a cross corner is and a cross flat. We also use the rectangle tool to draw rectangles using known area, known dimensions, and also using the coordinate vertex method. We have also gone ahead to talk about the spline tool, which is used to draw curves. Now, before we call it a day, let's go over the ellipse tool. In our technical drawing days, to draw an ellipse, you draw an ellipse using maybe a rectangular method or concentric circle method. Of course, you can do that. here in AutoCAD. AutoCAD has also added an option with which you can draw your ellipse with ease. The tool is called, yes, ellipse tool. So to call the ellipse tool, you go to the draw toolbar and pick ellipse. Now, before drawing ellipse, there are a number of ways by which you can draw your ellipse. You can draw your ellipse with known major and minor diameters. And if you like to draw an incomplete ellipse, which is an elliptical arc, you can. It also AutoCAD also provides you an option to do that. You can as well draw your ellipse with known center and major and minor diameters. So let's begin with major and minor diameter without the known center. So for this, as this. So specify the endpoint. I know I'm specifying the major and minor diameters now. I want it to be 100. Now it's asking me to specify the minor diameter. The minor diameter in this case is 50. So half of 50, since it's asking me to specify the radius, which is the distance from the center point to the edge, I'll put 25. Great. Another tool which is very important is the move tool. We touched the move tool yesterday. With the move tool, you can reposition any object that you've drawn to a new position. Now, let's use the move tool. So, that is it for today's class. Remember to practice. For today's assignment, you shall go to page 39 in your manual and check the figure there. We produce the figure on page 39 using a combination of two as need be. Also, have a great day.